Hey guys, Coda here. This clip you guys are about to watch is from the Trainwreck podcast. It's me, Drew, and our buddy Zach doing the predictions for this week's NFL games. Let me know what your guys' predictions are in the comments section. We're going to compare our predictions throughout the season, see who has the best record. So I hope you all enjoy this video. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you soon for more Trainwreck podcasts and other NFL and WWE content. Hope you have a great day. All right, everybody. Week 4 NFL predictions. If it's anything just as crazy as week 3, we're going to be in for a treat. Thursday night football, Detroit Lions at Green Bay Packers. The Packers barely pulled it out of their ass this week. I feel like the Lions got the upper hand, especially, I think they swept Green Bay last year, if I'm not mistaken. And I think they're going to continue to trend. I got Detroit over Green Bay. Jordan Love, he led a 17-point comeback. He showed he's got the cojones, kind of proving my agenda of Aaron Rodgers being a system quarterback. But I like the Lions. They had a good bounce back win against the Falcons. So give me Detroit in this one.
I'm gonna go with Detroit. The reason I say that, I think Detroit's gonna score a lot more than Green Bay. It's gonna be like a 38 to no, not 38, 42 to 24. I feel like Jared Goff is gonna cook them.
And Zach, what about you, buddy?
Honestly, I think so this is it goes if Green Bay has like Bakhtiari, Watson, like as long as they only have like one person out, not like half the team, I'm gonna go with Green Bay on this one. But if they do, then I'm gonna say the Lions.
Yeah, they
But
definitely been.
Go ahead.
I said they definitely been screwed by injuries. David Bakhtiari, he's missed, I think, every game except week 1. Christian Watson hasn't played this year, and Christian Watson's good.
Yeah, I think if they have those, at least, like I said, only one or two guys out, I think they could do it. But if they have all those guys out again, then no, I'm going with the Lions.
By the way, I was right. Green Bay was swept last year by the Detroit Lions.
Sheesh.
This game is going to be in London, going to be broadcast on ESPN and Disney Plus. Atlanta Falcons at Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, I'm done with your ass. You're about to be benched on my fantasy team. I don't care if I got to put Kirk Cousins in there. I'm going with the Falcons because the Jaguars just got their ass whooped by the fucking Texans.
That is sad.
Give me Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier both scoring a touchdown, and Jacksonville can fuck right it off.
Right. I'll go with the Atlanta Falcons. I think it's gonna be a clean sweep for the Falcons, like a 28-3. There's a little joke in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think their run game is a little bit too good for Jax to handle. And plus, I think we'll have Cordell Patterson back.
Yeah, and then that give them a third beast running back,
Running back,
that's kind
kick
of
returner, like slot receiver.
yeah, that's the thing. The Falcons kind of beat themselves last week because they didn't use Bijan Robinson nearly enough. And I feel like if they would have came out just running and gunning against the Lions, they would have done way better.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I'm going to go with the Jaguars on this one. And I had a question. I don't know if you guys know for sure or not, but like, how is the whole Disney Plus thing going to work? I know they're going to be in Andy's room, but are they going to be like actually Toy Story characters, like throwing the football and stuff, or how's that going to go?
I haven't looked into it at all, so.
Wait, what? This is the first
They're
time
going to
I heard
be.
this.
Yeah, they're going to be playing it on Disney Plus, like Cody was just saying, and they're going to be in Andy's room. And I don't know if it's the whole thing's going to be animated, but I know the background's going to be Andy's room for sure.
If
It's
it's
probably
like
gonna
the
be how
Nickelodeon game, it's gonna be like kind of like that.
it's probably gonna be how like Nickelodeon does their thing. Like, how like they had Patrick from SpongeBob in the corner and he was roasting Russell Wilson and stuff last year. It's probably gonna be
Right.
just like that.
Yeah.
Them go, that's not what he wanted to cook.
I feel you.
Yeah. All right. What was your prediction on that one? I'm sorry.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. All right. Just trying to pull the
Yeah, I'm
notes
gonna
up.
go ahead and go with that.
All right. And then this game should be the primetime game. It said it's on at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I believe Jim Nance and Tony Romo are going to be on the call. The 3-0 Dolphins at the 2-1 Buffalo Bills. I mean, this team just scored 70 points last week. It's hard not to go with the Dolphins. Buffalo's looked really good the last 2 weeks. You know, they blew out the Raiders and blew out the Commanders. Sam Howell had an awful game. The Buffalo defense looked really good. But I'm going with the Dolphins because it's impossible to bet against them right now.
Yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins. It'd be a lot more respectable game than the My Little Ponies they had. But yeah. But I would say I'm going to say too is going to struggle in this game a little bit more. So it might be like a touchdown game.
I mean, this is definitely the toughest team they're going to have to face yet, but yeah, it's hard not to go with Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zach, what's your prediction?
I'm going with Miami too because this is like the Bills' first actual test, and they lost to the Jets, the first week. So, I don't think
Yeah.
they really are going to do it to Mike Daniels. He's honestly a young G out here. Have you seen like how he looked back in the day and stuff? He looked like like a G out here. I was like, dang. And apparently he was the interview was he was the ball boy at Denver, and he was like, I want to be in the NFL, and if I can't play in the NFL, something, he was going to be really upset or something along those lines, and that was his dream. And then it showed him walking up to Sean Payton and just being like, good game or whatever like that. And it was just saying at the end, like, never give up or whatever like that, because he wanted to be in the NFL. Then he smoked a team that wouldn't let him be in the NFL, that just basically signed him for a ball boy.
Yeah, his first coaching gig was with the Broncos in 2005. He got hired by Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan's dad. And then went to the Texans, then Washington, Browns, Falcons, 49ers. He's been a little bit of everywhere.
He's got bones and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can open it. Make sure though.
Yeah, impossible not to go with the Dolphins right now. Minnesota Vikings at Carolina Panthers. Both of these teams are 0-3. The Vikings, their official team sponsor is Butterfinger. They've had 7 fumbles in 3 games. But I'm picking them to win because the Panthers really, really suck. The Vikings may not be good, but they still got a lot of talent. Don't know if Bryce Young's going to play. Andy Dalton did have a good game against Seattle. We both called Adam Thielen scoring a touchdown. He had 11 catches. Him and Dalton look like they got a real good connection. So, I like their chances better if Andy Dalton starts, but I'm still rolling with the Vikings. Drew, what's your prediction?
Yeah, that's a good one. To be honest, I'll go with the Panthers. I think the Panthers going to get their first win in the season. The reason being, the Vikings defense sucks, and I think this is going to be the defense that Bryce Young can take advantage of.
And if it's Andy Dalton starting?
I'll still say the Panthers still win.
All right. Zach, what about you?
I'm going with the Vikings on this one. I think they're finally going to get a win. I think the Panthers are going to go 0-4.
Yeah. I think the Panthers are going to be contention for the top 5 pick this year. Speaking of teams that are going to be the top 5 of the draft, Denver Broncos at Chicago Bears in the Tank Bowl. One of these teams is going to have Caleb Williams next year, and I think that team is going to be the Broncos, because how do you bounce back after giving up 70 points? I mean, the Bears suck. Justin Fields really sucks. But how can the Broncos bounce back? Give me the Bears.
Oh, this is a shit bowl right here.
Yeah.
Um, I'll go with the Broncos. I think Russell Wilson's better than Justin Fields, but it's gonna be like a very low scoring game.
Yeah, I mean, the Russell Wilson didn't play that bad last week. Cortland Sutton, he put the ball on the ground twice.
He pretty much has
Uh,
the same stat line as Tua,
yeah,
Russell and Tua.
yeah.
But yeah, these teams suck. Their defense suck. Their offense suck. They're super inconsistent.
Hmm.
I think it's just the Broncos gonna win because Russell Wilson's a better quarterback than Justin Fields.
Yeah. And Zach,
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Broncos on this.
all right.
That's what I'm gonna do because I I'm not I don't hate the Broncos. They're in my division. I don't hate them more than I hate the Chiefs more than anything. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Nah,
they
screw you, Bronco fans.
dude. My girlfriend's a Bronco fan, and
Yeah, you heard me.
How does she
thinking,
feel about the game? How does
I
she feel
told her
about?
the score, and she said, "Nuh-uh," and I was like, "Yeah, that's what happened." And she said, "I gotta call my dad."
Did you tell her it's the most points given up in the league since 1966?
The most points given up in the league since 1966. Like your team gave up or gave 70 points to a different team, basically.
That's sad.
And that's the first time that happened since
Her
19.
fucking team got her shit railed.
Yeah.
Not the first time the 70 points happened. The most is 73, but
The most ever is 73.
yeah, and the last time that happened was 1966. And it's
That's embarrassing.
2023.
57 years.
Look at that.
Embarrassing.
Cody with the mad facts over here. Yeah, it's embarrassing to be a Broncos fan.
I'm
just
just
kidding.
Raiders fans, but at least we're not Broncos fans.
She said, your team lost last night, so.
Hey, all of our teams lost. We all suck.
Yeah.
But not as bad as Broncos. Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. More people are talking about the Cowboys loss over the Broncos loss today, it feels like.
yeah, it's the Cowboys losing.
Yeah.
What'd you expect?
Baltimore Ravens at Cleveland Browns. I ain't ever picking the Browns to win shit. Give me the Ravens. Browns just faced a shitty team this week. Ravens, I mean, they just lost to the Colts. They're due for a get right game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens. But the Browns defense is legit. It's scary.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
you know what? You ain't gonna catch me picking the Browns.
yeah, no, freaking Myles Garrett terrorized Ryan Tannehill. 3.5 sacks. My God.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens as well because the Duty Browns, the Toilet Bowl Browns, heck no, I'm not going with them.
Yeah. You ain't
I
never
mean,
going to.
They're running backs. They're not. I mean, they're decent, but they're not.
They're
What it
definitely
used to
missing Nick Chubb right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steelers at Texans. I think the Steelers are in some trouble this week because the Texans, they're a lot better than they're given credit for. I mean, they just beat a Jacksonville team that everyone thought was supposed to be really good, and Pittsburgh's offense sucks. Their defense is still good because they always have a good defense. CJ Stroud, I feel, is going to be in for a tough week with TJ Watt chasing him. I'm going with the upset here. I'm going with the Texans.
I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm going with the Texans as well. I like CJ Stroud over Pickett. That
Yeah.
Texans have a lot of good players between offense and defense.
He's building chemistry with that rookie they got, whatever his name is.
Tank Dell?
I think it's Nico something.
Nico Collins?
Yeah.
Tank Dell plays for, I don't know who he plays for. I just know he's young too. I just can't remember who he plays for. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Steelers just because. I mean, I like C.J. Stroud. There's some record that he has. There's only like 3 other quarterbacks that's done it, but I guess in the first 3 games, throwing over like 900 yards or something like that.
Yeah, third most passing yards for a rookie quarterback. He's behind Cam Newton and Justin Herbert.
Yeah, so I mean that's great. I mean his future's bright and stuff.
And Tank Dell does play for the Texans. He had 5 catches for 145 yards and a touchdown this past week.
Now, I think with this game, the Steelers has a really good defense. Don't get me wrong. I think the offense is going to make them lose the game.
Yeah. Kenny Pickett, I think, sucks. And Najee Harris really sucks. And
I'm never picking him on fantasy football ever again.
Who, Harris?
Yeah, never again.
Yeah, no, Najee Harris sucks.
Yeah.
Even though he won our league for me 2 years ago. But he's been asked.
He was great then, but not this year. I'm not putting no more money on him.
Yeah. Dude, that reminds me, I lost $35 this week on Sleeper.
Yeah, I've been losing some money on that app.
But what's your prediction for the Steelers-Texans game?
Me?
Yes.
I got the Steelers winning it. I really do like CJ and stuff, but I think Mike Tomlin's just going to be out-coach the other coach.
I mean, that's also a factor to think about because Mike Tomlin is a really fucking good coach.
Yeah, never had a losing season. I mean, even though Kenny Pickett's not that good of a quarterback or anything, but like Drew's saying, their defense is just solid, and I think for a rookie quarterback, I don't know, they might get to him, And if TJ hits him a couple of times, he's definitely not going to be playing the same.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the Rams at Colts. It looks like the Colts are going to have Anthony Richardson back, and I feel like this is going to be the first game he's going to struggle because he hasn't faced anyone like Aaron Donald yet. Even though the Rams are kind of struggling right now against the Bengals, they only got 6 points, and it's about to be halftime. I'm still going to roll with LA beating the Colts just because Anthony Richardson hasn't faced a monster like Aaron Donald yet.
I'm probably going with the LA Donald with this one. Like you said, Aaron Donald is such a game changer, and especially him going against a rookie quarterback. This is going to be Anthony Richardson's nightmare.
Yeah.
There's not enough offensive linemen to block Aaron Donald.
He's going to be like Geno Smith a few years ago. Oh, my God. Or a few weeks ago.
I've seen on the game with Daniel Jones and San Francisco 49ers, his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be that.
Yeah. Zach, you rolling with the Rams too?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams. I really like that new kid, Puka. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know who he was for the second game or the first game or whatever game he went off in. I think went off in every game. But wow, he's amazing, honestly. He's got high leverage.
Yeah. He's good, and then imagine what they're going to be like in a few weeks when they get Cooper Kupp back.
How long's he out for? Like 6-7 weeks?
5?
4. 4?
Yeah, because they put him on IR for the first 4 games, so he could come back week 5.
So,
which is smart.
We'll talk about that next. Sorry.
All right. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Tampa, they're getting their shit pushed in by the Eagles, but I don't really see any shame in that. They're 2-0. They weren't expecting to be that. They're about to be 2-1, but they're getting their butt whooped by a team that was just in the Super Bowl last year and was very damn close to winning the Super Bowl. And New Orleans, I mean, they're 2-1, but they haven't looked good in any game that they've played. They just gave up a 17-0 lead to the Packers. Give me Tampa Bay and give me Mike Evans. Isn't there a dude on the Saints he hates? Isn't it Lattimore? So give me Mike Evans to score a touchdown in this game.
Don't they always fight?
Yeah. I think it's Lattimore. I think that's the dude he hates.
Yeah, there's somebody he's always fighting with. Every time they play, he's always hitting them or something.
Yeah. Drew, what's your prediction?
I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And my bold prediction for this week, it's going to be Baker Mayfield with 4 touchdowns.
That's a good one. Say that's a good bet on sleeper, actually. I might take that action. Which means it ain't gonna happen because I haven't won a contest on sleeper yet. Zach, who you going with?
Honestly, I'm not betting on the Saints until at least Kamara comes back. So I'm going Buccaneers, and I'm not going to say he's going to score 4 touchdowns, but I think they'll win for sure.
The only factor I give the Saints is it looks like Derek Carr's hurt, so Jameis Winston will be starting, so it'll be a little bit of a revenge game for him if Derek Carr doesn't play, which I didn't even see an update on what's wrong with him.
It's something about a shoulder.
I thought it was a torn vaginal muscle.
Oh my God.
All right. Eagles at Washington at Eagles. Eagles by 1 million.
It's gonna be Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. And it can be crazy scoring like the Miami and Broncos. I feel like it's gonna be a high scoring game, like a 40-10.
Yeah. I go 42-7. Zach, you going for the clean sweep?
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Eagles. Washington sucks. They're going to change their name again. They are. They're not going to be the Commanders. They're going to be like, this is so bad. We can't even be this no more.
Yeah. All right. Cincinnati at Tennessee. I mean, Cincinnati still looks like shit. They're struggling against the Rams right now. They only got 3 points. But Tennessee really sucks. And Derrick Henry kind of looks like he's starting to hit that wall, man. So it's like, do they have a running game? Because I'm going with Cincinnati. It's a pick I don't have a lot of confidence in, but yeah, I mean, it's a battle between 2 teams that look like shit right now. But give me the Bengals.
It's just a little update with the Derek Carr situation. So it looks like he is gonna be out for that game,
Mhm.
but it's not gonna be like a season anything. It's probably like 2 games at most.
Okay.
But my prediction for the Bengals and the Titans, I think it's gonna be the Bengals' first win, but it's gonna be an ugly game, I believe.
Yeah, this game is not going to be pretty. This game's going to really be ugly.
This is gonna be one of those games where like we're going to see the former Bengals or the Bengals still struggle, but they're still better than Titans.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bengals. Honestly, I think that'll probably be Joe Burrow's first game where they're like, wow, he's actually looking like himself again, you know?
Yeah. I mean, hell, it's still the first half, and the Bengals have thrown it almost 30 times and have not scored a touchdown. Joe Burrow right now is 15-27 for 109 yards, and all the Bengals have to show for is a field goal.
Oh, Joe Burrow's playing the game? I
Yeah.
thought he was out.
No, he's playing.
Yeah, they let him play. Get down.
They should have set him out.
All right. Raiders at Chargers. Chargers got away with one against Minnesota. The Vikings out-chargered the Chargers. The Raiders, I mean, this is a tough matchup to pick. I feel like this is going to be the game where the Raiders missed Darren Waller the most, and I'm going to take the Chargers.
Now, every time when the Raiders are in LA, it's like our second home game. I'm going to take that into factor. We have a majority of our fan base in California, and it's going to give the Chargers real bad.
Mhm.
I'm going with the Raiders.
I mean, the
And I
Chargers are
think
used.
that. Go ahead, Cody.
I say the Chargers are used to that. No one shows up to their damn games.
Not only that, like even when we play San Fran, it's always a good
Yeah.
game with San Fran. But I think the fact is the fan bases are going to get loud for the Raiders. I think that's going to be a key factor. For
Mhm.
I think Chargers going to choke. The usual Chargers. I think it's going to be a high scoring game as well because our defense sucks and their defense sucks. But our offense can be consistent and our offense can be super inconsistent. But it's gonna be like a Raiders 42, Chargers 35.
All right. Zach, prediction for the Raiders at Chargers.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go with the Chargers, man, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm so upset.
I don't want to talk about this. Cowboys versus the Patriots in Dallas. Ezekiel Elliott's coming home to play the Cowboys. All I'm going to say is Dak Prescott did not cost us that game last week. I saw Skip Bayless's fucking stupid ass talking about, oh, it's time for the Cowboys to move on from Dak Prescott. Yeah, of course he threw an interception when he's down by 12 with 4 minutes left, and he's trying to lead a comeback.
No, I
Yeah,
agree with you. Dak Prescott did not cost the game. The defense did.
yeah, and Mike McCarthy's stupid ass play calling. Last time the Patriots and the Cowboys played is one of the greatest games I've ever seen. That's the game where CeeDee Lamb scored the walk-off touchdown, waved by to that little bitch that played for the Patriots. Can't remember his name. But I know he like tried to choke CeeDee Lamb out or something. I ain't picking
Damn.
a game. I ain't picking this game, but if the Cowboys
Was
lose
it
this,
J.C. Jackson?
might have been.
Okay.
If the Cowboys lose, they're in trouble because after that they play the 49ers, and I ain't picking them to beat the 49ers next week. They're going to get their shit pushed in because if they gave up a bunch of rushing yards to Christian McCaffrey or to the Cardinals, imagine what they're going to give up to Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay. No,
Cowboys,
you're not gonna like my answer with one coming up.
go ahead.
I'm going with the Patriots. And the reason being, this is Bill Belichick we're talking about here. When he sees an exploit, he's going to exploit it.
Yeah, but none of the Patriots running backs can run more than 5 miles an hour. I mean, they're all slow as shit.
True, but I feel like this is going to be Ezekiel Elliott revenge tour. And this might be a time I set out Stevenson out of my fantasy team.
All right. And Zach, what's your prediction?
I'm going with Dallas because, honestly, I don't think. I mean, Bill Belichick, he's a great coach, but I don't think he's got the team anymore with him.
Mm.
But that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Dallas, probably at least by a good 14 points, maybe more.
49ers against the Cardinals. 49ers. I mean, the Cardinals just beat the Cowboys, but yeah, San Francisco's going to whoop their ass. Brock Purdy's still undefeated in the regular season. Y'all going with the 49ers?
I'm going with 49ers, but I think it's going to be a respectable game. Kind of like a 14-24.
I think it'll start out good, and then the Cardinals will run out of gas in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be a lot more respectable.
All right. And then Taylor Swift versus the New York Jets. Give me Kansas City in this one.
Yep. Same here because she'll probably be there in New York. And with Travis Kelce's mom and just having. Did you see the video of everyone on the sidelines not really believing she's there, and they're looking up and they're like, "Who is that?" And they're like, "Oh my God, it's Taylor Swift. That's Taylor Swift." And it showed 7 people in a row doing that.
And they're just so they look at her and go, "I knew you were trouble when you walked in."
Didn't it look like when Travis Kelce pointed up at her when he was next to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes honestly waved like a kid who had a crush on this girl. He was like,
His wife was like, talk to Travis right now because I got to get a picture with her. I bet you will see a picture of Taylor Swift and Mahomes' wife here in a few.
yeah, or something. Like they have to for sure.
Yeah. I can't wait for the Chiefs to start sucking and everyone blame it on Taylor Swift, though. Yeah.
Um,
I go ahead, Drew.
I'm going with the Kansas City Swifties. And
Mhm.
my bold prediction for this one, Kansas City's going to get six turnovers.
Oh, that's a good one. I bet you Zach Wilson fumbles at least twice,
I'll
and
say 3 interceptions, three fumbles.
that and New York's running game sucks. Dalvin Cook has not had one good play for them yet, and Breece Hall he looked good in week 1, and he's looked terrible these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's why I dropped Dalvin Cook in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, the Jets. It's a lost season for them. They're in tank mode. At least they're going to get to keep their first round pick. Since Aaron Rodgers didn't play 65% of the snaps, they get to keep their first round pick, and I'd tank and try to make it a top 5.
Yep.
And then rounding things out with the Seahawks and the Giants. Give me the Seahawks, even though they're having to fly across the country. Yeah, give me the Seahawks because, yeah, Giants, they suck. Even though they beat a team that just whooped our ass.
You beat the Giants.
Giants?
Yeah. I feel like this now the reason being, I think like this Saquon Barkley is gonna be the reason why.
If he plays.
I mean, yeah, if he plays, but even still, if he doesn't play, I think the Giants will beat the Seahawks.
Because it's what, a high ankle sprain for Saquon Barkley? I don't think
Yeah.
he's going to play, actually.
I think that jet lag's going to get to the Seahawks bad, even though they're like the better teams that play cross country across
Mhm.
this world. But I think the Giants are going to win, and I honestly think it's going to be a blowout.
Really?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm sticking with my guns.
Zach, who you picking?
This is really, really hard because I think it could go either way, really. I don't think it's going to be that high a scoring game. I think it's just going to be a low game, but and I'm going to go with the Giants just because it's their home game. I think Darren Waller, if he plays, I think he might do something, even though I didn't like how we traded him that over for a third round and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Giants.